December 24th. All alone. Same different day, same problems. I'll be bored as hell in the apartment by myself. Be on my phone for no reason. Just look. Man, I miss my family. Jess and Kai, they make everything easy. I just be here just doing dumb stuff. Look, going to the window for no reason. No reason whatsoever. Ain't nothing outside. Just snow and buildings. That's it. Snow and buildings. That's it. And a little bit of sunshine. Hey, back over here. Back over here. Come on. Okay. Thank you. It's a damn shame. My thoughts don't even want to be with me. Boy, oh boy. I should cry. I'm a G. I'm gonna stick it out. You know what? I'm about to call him. No, matter of fact, it's too damn early. Let me go ahead and just take a nap. It's been a long damn week.
Mama? Where are we? Kai? What happened? We were just at home. This looks like your
I
daddy's
just heard
apartment.
a loud ass noise.
Hi.
Listen, this apartment be making some weird noise, but that's OD.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Reunited and it feels so good.
So good.
As you can see, we're all together.
Yes, I got my ladies back. I am happy. This is all I wanted for Christmas. This is all I want. I don't need anything else. As long as I got my ladies, I'm good. Everything else is extra.
Well, I didn't get you anything, so.
Yes, you did.
I was
Y'all
too
did.
busy
Good.
getting ready to
Right, Mama?
come out here. So.
Right, Mama? You say hi? Say hi?
Wanna say hi?
You say hi? Say hi. Hi. Okay.
So last Sunday.
Yes, that's Sunday.
Kyson and I started our journey to lovely Astana.
Lovely cold Astana.
Very cold.
Yes.
It was definitely not rough, but okay. It was definitely not the easiest travel situation. On Sunday, something happened where we went to the wrong terminal, I guess. We had gotten our flights through Lufthansa, which is a German airline, and apparently the first long haul flight from JFK to Germany was through Eurowings. So those are two completely different terminals. So we ended up missing our flight. Well, not missing it, we were there on time. We were just, such a terrible situation. So we got redirected and we ended up just flying through Lufthansa and going back to the original terminal that we went to.
Yeah.
And got, actually it was a faster
This flight was
Yeah.
much better than the one that they had originally scheduled. So instead of going to
from JFK, so New York to Dusseldorf, Germany, to then go to Frankfurt, Germany, to then have a 3-hour layover into going to Astana. Oh, hey.
High five.
The flight that we got rebooked on actually just had us go from New York to Frankfurt, from Frankfurt to Astana. When we got to Frankfurt, our flight got there late. So we ended up missing that original flight that we had. We were supposed to get here at midnight.
Yeah.
And ended up getting rebooked onto another flight a few hours later and getting here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
While this guy had to leave at...
I had to leave at 8. I had to catch a flight at 8. So we were going to an away game. So I had to catch a flight at 8. So...
No, you had to leave at 8.
Yeah, I had to leave at 8. So my morning consisted of...
waking up super, super early to come get us.
Yep, come get them, come back here, make sure they were all good in the apartment, and then head back out to go back to the airport to make sure to get my flight to Almaty. And we were there for 3 days. So for the first week,
yep, we were here by ourselves.
They were here by themselves basically. So
sleeping, getting it readjusted.
They came to the first game yesterday.
We did.
Ooh.
And you decided to show off
Showed out a little bit, not too crazy.
I mean, what was it? 19 points.
19, 8,
It was supposed to
2.
be 9 rebounds. I was keeping track and they definitely didn't give you one.
I got dunked on too.
You didn't get dunked on.
Sorry.
You definitely didn't get dunked on. You were completely
It was like
out the way.
half and half.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
We literally talked about this last night. We saw the video. You did not get dunked on. First of all, my husband don't get dunked on.
Facts.
You just said that you got dunked on though.
Well, I'm riding with you. Shit.
Anywho, so I know I've been promising a lot of new moms a video. A lot of people have been asking me questions on how I travel easier with Kyson, being a new mom and her being so young. It could definitely be an overwhelming situation and feeling. But Kenny and I, from I would say very early on, we figured out a very foolproof way, I would say, of traveling with a newborn or even a small infant.
I would recommend this
Or
to
a toddler.
anybody. And it's not anything out of the ordinary, but it's just something that a lot of people wouldn't think about.
So when we first had Kyson and when we were in France
Spoiler.
getting ready to come back home, I was thinking there's no possible way that they expect so many people to like have their infant travel on their lap with them. Like there has to be an easier way to travel with a baby. And I asked Kenny, I said, do you think that they make bassinets for the airplane? And it turns out that they did.
I've never seen one before.
We never actually saw one until we ordered it, but all we had to do was call the airline, and this is only for international flights, for long haul international flights. We called the airline, they were able to get us a bassinet, and it literally hooks up into the wall in front of you.
Yeah, so where you sit like in the bulkhead area, which is like, you know, where they do the sections, it's that first row in the section. So it's the seats and then it's the wall.
Yeah.
The bassinet hooks into the wall, and
As long as the baby's 25 pounds, they can let them sleep in this area. So it definitely takes a big weight off your shoulders as far as holding the baby the whole time while you're traveling. It's such a bother. I can only imagine. I've seen families that legit have the baby on their lap the whole time, and to each their own. But for the extra 20 euros, 25 like American dollars, it's definitely worth it.
yeah.
She literally on the way back or on the way here slept the whole entire time. I did not have to worry about one thing. I had this really sweet family sit next to me, and when I had to use the bathroom the one time, they watched her for me as she was sleeping. And yeah, I mean, she was pretty knocked out hardcore. I fed her right before she fell asleep, and she slept for the whole 7.5
like
hours.
it definitely makes it easier, especially knowing that, you know, once you get on the plane, you don't have to hold him or her, you know, the whole entire time, especially if you have a long flight. You know, I think your flight was only what, 7 and some change?
Yeah, a little bit over
So
7.
you know what I mean. And my flight coming over here, it was 9 and some change. So you know,
It definitely is worth it.
Yeah.
Always look into it. From what I've seen on my research, most of the airlines have a bassinet option. Also, just to make it so much easier for you, this is something that we swear by. It's a formula. She already knows what it means when this thing comes
Not yet,
out.
Mama, not yet.
Not yet, sweetie.
Not yet.
It's a formula divider. So it can hold up to, I think, maybe 5 or 6 ounces of formula in each little capsule. So all it is basically a few dividers.
Right.
They all have different tops. So as you can see, the formula's in there. Okay. And then the top, they all move. So then the top comes off, and all you gotta do is have a bottle with the amount of water set already, and you just pour it in, and boom, you're done. So
yeah, she already knows exactly what this means every time she sees this grab.
So I travel with that, and then I always travel with extra formula in the actual container in the baby's carry-on. You never know when you're gonna get rerouted. You never know when you're gonna be stuck at the airport. And it's always better to have extra than to not have enough.
Absolutely.
And it's okay to like travel with it too. So don't ever feel like, I wonder if this is gonna be a problem through TSA or security or anything, because it's something that you can honestly take, and it doesn't have a limit to how much you can have.
And I think also one thing that makes travel so much easier is, you know, a lot of people have, you know, the baby bags and things like that. I'd say get a travel book bag. So we got a travel book bag. We put all her stuff in. We can put our laptop in, our phone.
It's a baby bag, but it's just for traveling parents,
so,
or for parents that like hike and stuff like that.
So we got one of those. It came with changing table. It came with compartments for clothes,
compartments for wet clothes, for bottles,
for everything,
to keep them cool, or warm. And then another thing is that now that Kyson's eating baby food, happy baby food.
We tried.
And she loves this stuff. She loves every flavor basically. And I packed a few of these into her bag, well, into my book bag, and also again extras in the carry-on. Always have extras because you just never know. Literally, these are the best things. The top is like a screw on, screw off. So all you gotta do is literally pour a little bit onto the spoon and feed it to the baby. It's literally the best thing ever compared to the little glass bottles that baby food was put in when we were babies. But yeah, these things are awesome. It definitely makes traveling with a baby so much easier.
Sure, for sure.
Another thing that I know a lot of our friends are pregnant now with their second, first, whatever number child. And there's a lot of other moms in our basketball world that are having babies this year.
Yes.
And they are planning to have them overseas like I had Kai. So one thing to keep in mind when making that decision of having the baby at home in the States versus in whatever country you're in, be aware of your due date and the fact that you have to wait at least 6 weeks. Want to pick her up? You have to wait at least 6 weeks before you can even leave the country with the baby. So if I was pregnant and due in May or end of April, I would definitely be cautious as to what decision I was making personally, because you have to take a picture of the baby as soon as they're born, basically, to send it to the embassy, right? Yeah. And they will start the paperwork for you to start the process of the baby's passport. Now, after they get the information, you have to actually go to whatever embassy in whatever country you're in, so that you can verify all the information on the passport. Then from there, you have to wait 6 weeks, at least 6 weeks, until you're even given the baby's passport and it's mailed to you.
Yeah, some countries are definitely easier than others. We were in France, so it kind of took a minute, but that was pretty easy, if you want to say that.
Nonetheless, it takes at least 6 weeks to get the passport, just as you would in the United States. There isn't you can't pay like an expediting fee. It just is what it is. You have to wait at least 6 weeks. So I would definitely consider that when making the big decision on having the baby back home or having the baby in whatever country you're in. Because of course you want your husband, boyfriend, partner, whatever, to be there when you're having a baby, especially like with us, it was our first child. I know you didn't want to miss it, but I mean, I was stuck. I had no other choice but to have the baby in France. But March was a good cutoff date because we got our
We got ours.
We got ours
right
like
before we left.
A week and a half, 2 weeks right before we had to leave. So, and I wouldn't even say 2 weeks. I would say it was probably like a week and a half, a week. Yeah. And we got our passport, thank God, just in the nick of time, because it was that next day that you guys lost out of playoffs. So, for all you...
Thanks for bringing that up again.
Sorry. So for all you new moms, congratulations. And that's something to definitely think about when making that decision. There's a lot of pros and cons to it all.
You know what I mean?
It all depends on, I would say, the due date. You don't want to be stuck in whatever country you're in.
And where you're at.
For another at least 6 weeks, when we only have a limited time to be home with our families, and you don't want to have. I mean, this is personally for me too. I wouldn't want to have Kyson at the end of the season and then be stuck wherever we're at, and then have to go somewhere else because your family. You would want your baby to go home with your family.
I mean, there's a whole lot of pros and cons, you know what I mean? If you guys have any questions about this specific topic, about traveling with babies or having your child overseas as overseas rather than back in the States, leave a comment below, leave the question.
DM us. Anything. We'll plug in our lovely
all social media sites are
right under us.
Are below. You know, you guys can ask us any questions you want, and we'll definitely get back to you guys.
For sure.
And
wait, before we go, what have you liked most about having us home? What has been your favorite thing?
Number one, well, I mean, we've only been. That's my favorite.
Oh.
Yeah.
So. Yay. For the last couple weeks, I've been pushing Kyson to say dad.
How do we forget that?
I don't know. And legit, I kept on telling my mom back home, like, watch her wait until we got to Kazakhstan for her to actually say anything. And lo and behold, like Wednesday morning, the girl freaking said dada. 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 Yes. Dada. This is where we're gonna end off our video for the day. We're off to a hockey game, enjoy some family time.
Yes,
with the teammates.
Yeah. But this is some much needed time that, you know, we're actually gonna be able to go out and spend a little bit of time together, not in the house.
Yeah.
So we definitely need this time. But we will definitely be back soon with another video. So make sure you guys turn on the post notifications. Hit that subscribe button. Join the family. We're gonna be doing a lot of traveling now that we're all together. You know, there'll be a lot more stuff to come, so make sure you guys turn on the post notifications. Like, share, comment.
And subscribe.
Just hit the button. Just hit the
button.
button.
You know you want to. We're really fun.
You heard what she said. You heard what she said. Just click the button. Alright? But, until next time, see you when I see you.